For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's always fun to look around and see fans singing our Stars Spangled Banner. Getting in the spirit. Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. DA, take it away.
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed than letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, DA. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. Vonleh and Towns, the duo inside. And it's Covington in at the 3. And for the Nets, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Durant is out there with Allen, and it's Jordan in at the center position.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Now, here's Durant. Back to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. There's the 3. They get it back.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Teague against Irving. And Jordan sends it back. Fires from 14. Rejected by Teague.
Wow, how about the superb extension on the block from Jeff Teague? He just reads his man perfectly, Kevin.
That doesn't go in either for Teague. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
Now LeVert after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Durant, pass to Jordan. Now here's LeVert. He's guarded closely. Shoots over Culver. Minnesota with the rebound. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Free throw drops for Culver. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
He doesn't get the second one. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Now here's Durant. Shoots over Covington. Here's Jordan in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
Teague feeling it out a bit. Shot from 12. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Here's Irving. The pass to Allen. Teague against LeVert. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can.
Outside Teague. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Kicks to Culver. They get a hand on it and stolen by Jordan. Here's LeVert. Powered down with both hands.
Listen, the defense of DeAndre Jordan pays dividends all over the floor. Whether it's a block, a steal, he gets the break started. This guy's such an impact defender.
Now here's Towns. No points in the game yet for him. Poked away. It goes out of bounds. That one off LeVert.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Coming off a terrific season. 8th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he bailed him out with that one. The shot clock was low. You got to just play straight up D. That is not the time to take a foul.
Now, here's Culver. Teague with the ball. Covington trying to break free.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
The offensive rebound, Allen. And the rejection by Towns. Now, here's Culver. Covered by Irving. And here's Culver. 6 to shoot. Here's Towns, and he drops it in from the low post.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard, Jeff Teague, unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
Now Irving, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Durant, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Brooklyn with the ball. Now here's LeVert. Irving way outside. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Well, this is the beauty of Kyrie Irving. You think of him as a creator, but this guy in a catch and shoot just as lethal.
Teague against Irving. Towns, no luck.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Jordan. Allen trying to break free. Here's Culver. Goes up again. It's blocked.
Well, that's about the long reach of Karis LeVert on the defensive end, swatting away an opportunity.
Nets leading by 6. Here's Irving. Pass to LeVert. Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by Vonleh.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Teague against Allen. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. DeAndre Jordan third.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. 6-point lead. Passes it to KD. Allen trying to break free. And Covington sends it back.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And Towns gets it to go.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, Karis LeVert has worked diligently to make his three-point shot legitimate. Knocks that one down.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. And as we know, Doris, Ryan Saunders, the son of the late, great Minnesota legend, Flip Saunders.
Well, certainly the family has history with the organization, but in no way did Ryan Saunders get the job due to name only. This guy proved he can get wins from this Minnesota roster last year. For Saunders, he's known as a player development guy, and the ability to handle superstars is part and parcel to the job.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Now here's Dinwiddie. And on the way from Irving for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Pass to Towns. Sinks that one from the post. Towns has got 6.
Listen, Karl Anthony Towns is unafraid to take it right at the defense on the inside. Play through the chest. That's nice.
Now here's Irving. He has 6. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. From 11 feet away, the shot no good. Wiggins with some nice D. Napier with it. No points in the game yet for him. And the pass to Jang. Low block shot on the way. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Timberwolves have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And the first one drops. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
And stolen by Napier. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. The feed to Dinwiddie. And stolen by Wiggins. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
How about that concentration from Andrew Wiggins? He refuses to give in to the defense. What a finish.
Temple finds Harris. Jordan with it. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Dinwiddie. Wiggins with the block. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. You know, Doris, at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them, he has come off the bench, and to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility. Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Temple. Back to Dinwiddie. Wiggins with the block.
But using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
Here's Towns. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Dinwiddie passes to Chandler. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Temple finds Jordan over Napier. A shot by Jordan, no good. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Free throw drops for Napier.
One of the things I love about the Brooklyn Nets is the culture that's being created with this franchise. They are punching above their weight. There's no quit in this team. There is so much to like.
And both free throws good for Napier. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Temple. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Temple. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
To the paint. Here's Jang. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
You can see the improved upper body strength of Gorgui Zhang that allows him to finish through the contact, get to the free throw line. Nice.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
And the free throw, no good.
Now, this is a guy who was 63% from the free throw line his first year, as Zhang now has transformed himself into a very good free throw shooter.
And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Nets, trailing by 2. Harris outside. Kicks to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Tries to save it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. "16 seconds left in the first quarter." Begins with the block.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Here's Towns. Passes it to Napier. Off target with his 3. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Down low, it's Zhang and Towns. Napier is out there with Wiggins, and it's Layman in at the small forward position. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. Need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, "I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again." And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Now here's Jordan. He's got 6. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 8 points for DeAndre Jordan.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Layman pass to Wiggins. Over Temple. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. And it's 6 points for Andrew Wiggins.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Right side, Jordan. Here's Dinwiddie. No good on that one. Towns with the defensive effort. And Zhang kicks to Towns. Towns is doubled. Pass to Layman. Pulls up from the corner. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Chandler. They grab their own miss, and it's denied. On the wing, Wiggins. Dinwiddie covering. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you think about the Wolves' history. KG, clearly their best player, But Big Cat has a chance to reach that level someday.
He does, Greg, and I think we always look through KG's legacy being defined by passion, commitment, and leadership. That was as important as his basketball skill. Karl Anthony Towns is similarly talented, right? I think the key is he just needs to find consistency. That's the last step.
The first one falls. No doubt passing is a premium for this team game of the NBA. We love the individual star power, but it is a team game. Are there any playmakers out there that don't get, Doris, you think, enough credit for all that they do for their team?
Well, the first guy that comes to mind is a man that Steve Kerr described as probably the smartest single basketball player he has ever been around, and that's Andre Iguodala. The numbers in terms of his scoring, obviously not eye-popping, but his incredible defense and then his elite passing skills have been so critical to so many championship teams.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Bounce pass Napier. And it's sent back by KD. LeVert with it. Now defended by Wiggins. LeVert finds Dinwiddie. It's blocked.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
In transition, here come the Nets. KD leading the charge. Wiggins right side. He feeds it to Jang. Over Allen. Another miss by Minnesota.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. Timberwolves also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Wiggins, and it's Teague in for Napier. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And the three ball is good. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
Now, don't sleep on Kyrie Irving's perimeter game. Yes, he can get inside and score at will, but boy, you better check that jumper.
Outside Teague. Over Irving. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Oh, great move there. That spin just dusted the defense.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Steps back and shoots. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 11 points.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Here's Teague, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Allen, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
Nice job drawing the contact on that move. Jared Allen, very difficult to contain because of his length.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy is proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
Good on the second free throw. And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just 1 season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project, but boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
Now here's Teague. The pass to Culver. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go. Misses off the right iron. Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's Dinwiddie. Basket good. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Culver. Dinwiddie with some nice D. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Jang dishes to T. Feeds it to Vonleh. Outside, Covington. Back to Vonleh. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
On its way from Irving for two. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
I'll tell you, airtight defense. Can't be better. But Kyrie Irving, tremendous poise in the face of it.
Minnesota calls timeout. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Here's Culver following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And they call an illegal screen here.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Spencer Dinwiddie. Last season's performance for him put up about 17 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now, here's Irving. He's got 15. Culver with the steal. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And how about the attitude Culver's playing with right now, doing his best to make things happen on that drive.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him.
And for the Nets, team dinners, you go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here. The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization, and the Nets were on point throughout the process.
And that one misses.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Obviously, the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do get someone like Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's foul number 2 for him. Moving against T.
Well, you love the activity of Karis LeVert. He's just trying to bother the offensive player and does a good job there.
Here's Dinwiddie. Rebound by Jang.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Timberwolves have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. First free throw is good.
You think about the Timberwolves, the one thing that seems elusive for this organization has been consistency. They have had the talent. They've had good coaching. The problem is they haven't yet put those two areas together.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And the Wolves, Doris, one of only 11 franchises to have never won a championship. In fact, they've made the Western Conference Finals only once.
I think one of their challenges, at least in this latest run, has been they're competing with a very young core. And certainly you have added veterans to the group. The problem is the core guys have to understand how to step up when it's winning time. What we understand is playoff performance is most important.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
LeVert against Covington. Floats one. It's blocked. Oh, Culver. He has 7. Pass to Jang. 6 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Covington's shot is off. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Dinwiddie wide open. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. That's now 8 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, the coaching staff encourages Dinwiddie to take these shots. He is so dangerous on the catch and shoot.
Passes to Jang. Pass to Teague. And it's sent back by Allen.
This guy is a sensational shot blocker. Jared Allen twice on the pipes.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Allen.
And guys, I think the future is so bright for Jared Allen. We're talking about an athletic, mobile big man who has already proven to be an accomplished two-way player.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Durant. Chandler comes in for Karis LeVert. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Dinwiddie. And he makes both free throws. Timberwolves trail by 3. The pass to Towns. And Vonleh has it in the corner. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen. Well, Noah Vonleh was given a lot of minutes to work with last season, and he showed solid improvement.
Well, Vonleh was productive both as a scorer and a rebounder. He made great use of the opportunity presented to him. You think about it, he came into the league at such a young age. You forget he's still years away from what we should consider his prime.
Throw good, Vonleh. He hits both from the stripe. The Nets with the lead. Temple, the pass to Chandler. The Nets working the ball around now, and it's Allen slamming it down.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now, here's Napier.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. Great showing for him last season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Napier. 1:22 left here in the second. Irving finds Chandler. Here's Temple. Shoots from the elbow. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, so often we're talking about Jared Allen's length, and he does it nicely on the offensive glass right there.
Towns in the corner from past the arc. Brooklyn with the rebound. Irving up top, covered by Wiggins. Here's Temple, back to Irving. Floats one up. Wiggins with the rebound.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Vonleh, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Vonleh's got 8 points.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Now, here is Irving. He's tightly guarded. Five on the clock. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening period. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
Well, as we know, it's always a good idea to pound the ball into the paint. So many defensive game plans are focused just on stopping the three. When you hurt a team down low, they got to react. That allows you to play inside out. Trust me, I have the blueprint. I own the blueprint. I created the blueprint. Inside, kick it back out, shoot the three. Rick Fox, beat Shaw, and big shot, Bob for three. The crowd going crazy. I know you remember that, Ernie.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. LeVert and Durant out on the perimeter. Allen is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving at the one. Now LeVert. After Robert Covington missed from long range.
You like Allen to keep his concentration, refuses to let the defense outmuscle or outwork him.
To the inside. From the corner. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 10 points for Noah Vonleh.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, we've seen this one or two times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
And Teague, here we go. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
One shot.
One drops. He ties it up. And doors for Jeff Teague. He's not expected to be the scorer on this team that he once was.
And for Teague, to me, that is a blessing, as he is much better suited as a distributor of the basketball. He's got great vision. He cut down on his turnovers, and therefore his assist numbers increased.
Now here's Culver. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Here's Culver. Brooklyn's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Trying to get open is Irving. KD with the bucket.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Irving against Teague. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Teague.
Well, Jeff Teague is a very capable scorer from the lead guard position. He plays with a high motor. He can make shots. This guy is very good at the point.
And so he makes both from the line. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Pass to Irving. And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And they double up Jordan. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
So it's Brooklyn now. Allen kicks to Irving. Jordan dishes to Irving. Clock at 6. Outside Durant. Covington with the steal. Now here's Culver, the fast break chance. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Towns. Pass to Teague. 5 to shoot. For the lead. That shot misses. Great D that time from Irving.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now Culver following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here's KD for 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And it's 7 points for Kevin Durant. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Culver, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that attacking mindset, when Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Jordan up top. Pass to LeVert. Fades back, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
And there's the pass to Towns. He kicks to Culver. Outside Teague. No good with the triple.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
LeVert the pass to Irving. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound, Nets. A nice shot by KD.
This is what pure scorers do. They find ways to create points. KD doing work.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Towns kicks to Culver. Fires from 14. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And it's LeVert missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
They get it again. Towns. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. And the Timberwolves with possession here. It's a 5-point game. And he can't bank that one in. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Irving finds LeVert. From outside the arc, he can't get it to go. And Minnesota now the other way. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Now here is Harris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The feed to Jordan. Irving with a clean look. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Teague dishes to Covington. Back to Teague. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to end the drought. And he sinks the layup. Teague's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
KD passes to Jordan. Back to KD. All sorts of time. And Culver pulls it down.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Outside Teague. He dishes it to Culver. And it's off from three-point range. Nets leading by 6. Here's Irving. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Guys, Kyrie Irving, stronger than he looks, absorbs the contact and still converts.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Durant, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability. You could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. And the rejection by Towns. Now here's Jang. He has 6. Over Harris. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Zhang. Zhang's got 8.
Well, the thought was Zhang would never be much of a scorer, but I think he's changing people's minds.
Nets passing it around. Here's Dinwiddie. He cans the 12-footer. He's got 10. Timberwolves trail by 11. Napier feeling it out a bit. Towns kicks to Napier. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. That one misses. Jordan with some nice D. Nets leading by 11. Inside. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. Towns against Jordan. Here's Jang. Rebounded by the Nets. Irving's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Chandler finds Irving. Harris with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Jordan the pass to Dinwiddie. Begins with the block. Now here's Napier. He's covered by Irving. Here's Towns. Here's Jang. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Zhang's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, you can't afford to let Gorgui Zhang float around on the offensive glass. He's going to find a way to hurt you.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
The Nets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie, one of those players that seems to have improved with every passing season, and his numbers back that up. This guy just keeps getting better.
Garrett Temple has checked in for the Nets. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Timberwolves trail by 10. Layman kicks to Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, when you think about the skill that Karl Anthony Towns has, and you realize he's just getting started in the league, his future is truly off the charts. By the midpoint of his career, we could be talking about him as one of the most skilled big men to ever play the game.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And with the offensive tool set of Karl Anthony Towns, Doris, he could see MVP consideration in the future.
Well, what we know about Karl Anthony Towns certainly is that each and every night he has a major impact for his team. And consider, he's still growing as a player and ironing out some areas. But this guy is going to be a star for a long time, no doubt.
And Towns drops them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Pass to Temple. Wiggins against Dinwiddie. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's Jordan. Towns with the steal. Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Elite burst. Hard to stay in front of Wiggins right now.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And here is Chandler. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Six on the shot clock, and that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. They're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets, and then on Sunday, they'll head back home to host the Miami Heat. It's the Nets now. They've led by as many as 11 points. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Aggressive drive by Towns, forcing the foul there.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
first one falls.
Well, he spent 1 year in college at Kentucky, yet Karl Anthony Towns has made such a smooth transition to the NBA. His ascension, guys, has been really remarkable.
The Nets making a switch here. Allen's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Harris finds Dinwiddie. Looking to end his cold spell, and the rejection by Towns. Down low. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Lehman.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Temple, covered by Wiggins. Clock at 6. From the top of the key, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Temple's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Passes it to Towns. Excellent D there from Allen. The third quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. And their forwards, Wiggins and Vonleh. Culver out there with Napier, and it's Towns in at the 5 spot.
A great size at the point guard position. Dinwiddie fantastic getting into the paint and making the defense pay.
Here's Towns. It counts, and the foul. It's on Jared Allen.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
Nets leading by 3. Temple the pass to Dinwiddie. Got it. Good job in the low post. Dinwiddie's got 4 this quarter.
Well, just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
Now here's Culver. D right on him. Over in the corner, Chandler. Allen outside. Pass to Temple. Now here's Dinwiddie. Napier covering. Shot clock at 5. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
It's stolen by Allen. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Temple finds Dinwiddie. To the middle. Here's Chandler. Tipped away. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first one at the line is good. Kevin Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. Minnesota also with the sub. Teague's checked in. That one is no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. Inside, Towns. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. Brooklyn's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. The pass to Dinwiddie. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Dinwiddie's got 9 points here in the second half. And Teague's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen.
How about that determination from Jeff Teague? I'll tell you what, lean frame doesn't mean he is not capable of bringing the physicality.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Teague.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's Allen, top of the key. Dishes it to Durant. But he recovers it, and he gets it back. On the wing, Wiggins, defended by Allen. Wiggins passes to Vonleh. No good that time. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Shot on the way. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got 6 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Looking to get it going, and KD with the lay-in. Durant's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, we know Kevin Durant can score from all 3 levels. That one a chippy for him.
Teague dishes to Wiggins. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
KD's shot is good.
Well, Kevin Durant is now able, because of increased strength and physical ability, able to absorb contact and play through it.
And Teague, here we go. Great D that time from Durant. Here's Temple. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Oh, my goodness. The vicious dunk by Jeff Teague completes the drive with a big-time attack of the rim.
It's LeVert on the wing. Back to Dinwiddie. The dish to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Pass to Culver. Rebounded by the Nets. LeVert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Passes it to Temple to the left side wing. Dinwiddie against Teague. Dinwiddie finds LeVert. 3 on the clock. And Culver pulls it down. Culver's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Allen against T. Takes it from 10. Allen's shot is off.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Pass to Towns. Wiggins outside. Now the pass to Teague. Shoots over Dinwiddie. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Allen with it. Conley on him. 11 feet away. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And it's 13 points for Jared Allen.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jared Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
And the Timberwolves call timing.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Durant with the steal. Here's the break. And finished off by KD.
Well, that's one way to go from defense to offense. KD capable of doing it all by himself.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside Teague. And it's blocked.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Dinwiddie against Teague. On the 3 off target. And Teague's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kicks it to Culver. Pass to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. That one off the back iron and out. Nets leading by 8. KD on the wing. Covered by Wiggins. Durant the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to KD. Over Wiggins. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Teague. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
A nice shot by KD.
Contesting Kevin Durant's shot is so hard because his release point is so high.
Pass to Towns. The kick out to Teague. Towns trying to get open, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. LeVert kicks to Irving. Three-pointer. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Teague finds Towns. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight. Brooklyn's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Irving for 3. Kept alive, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 11.
Wow, how about the reach of DeAndre Jordan? That looked darn near impossible.
Down low. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And you can see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Irving against Teague. On the wing, Irving. Over Teague. Another miss by Irving.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Karl Anthony Towns takes the hit, gets the whistle.
Shoot 2.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. And Towns drops them both. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Wiggins against KD. Pass to Irving. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Teague's got his 4th rebound in this one. Takes a shot at the elbow. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Culver. Irving looking for an opening. Over Vonleh. Shot's good by Durant.
Well, we know he's got takeover ability. Kevin Durant is cooking right now.
And Teague's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 9. 52 seconds left in the fourth. .52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's the pass to LeVert. And Culver pulls it down.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
Great D that time from Teague.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Shooting 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And the problem for Wiggins, a former overall #1 pick, people always seem to want more from him, whether it's warranted or not.
And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 8. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Now Prince. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.